this whole underside is going to go away, and then we'll shove a brake booster into it. So it'll make more sense in more clips. Of course, the train again. Anyways, part of me stopping on this, I didn't feel confident with my skills enough to really build this. So then having to hunt down parts, which led to a whole other car. So coming back to this, seeing gaps like this now and just other issues I've had with building this whole car doesn't scare me as much now, and I'm finally just getting past my fear of like dealing with how to make a brake booster fit in that and be structural and be safe and all this other stuff. So yeah, this is just a moment of me like recapping of like, oh wow, I wouldn't have done it like that before or anymore. I wouldn't have used pieces of Festiva sheet metal to make my firewall because it's too thin, because it's like a pain to work with, and just some other things. But it's kind of cool to reflect. The train sure is loud tonight. Anyways, I will cut to the cool stuff now. Part of the fun has been like figuring out how on earth to build this thing, but it's also been like using these old things to kind of get an idea, because you can clearly tell we just turned the Model T like body into a shell. So some of the stuff I've seen is basically they will cut like just an inch or so reveal and treat this like a normal dash, and then I'll leave the same reveal around it except back here, and that should help give a little bit of extra structure to the outer skin and just some of the other parts of the cowl here, while giving me pretty good access to drop this in. And I have to think about it, I have all my bolts facing this way to access. The only thing I might have to do is weld a captured nut on the other side of this, and then I think I could just cut this down if I had to, and just drop it in and then weld it in place. Then everything else would be serviceable still if I had to take it apart, and this could just like unbolt, pop out, and then drop like below. So I think we figured it out. So it just took a year for me just like procrastinating. Yay. It's my welding shoes, by the way. It is incredible. So, with how these were originally, the gas tank was part of your firewall or body of the car. So this was our actual fuel gauge there, and if you look really close, on the front or other side of that, it's basically like a flat, like conical shape of a sphere to show where your gauge or fuel gauge would truly be. So this would have, like as this would get filled up, it would eventually show like the top, like I would assume like a mostly like one color thing showing it's full. It's just really cool history. Also probably full of like horrible things for health. So I'm gonna keep being careful as I call this out and deal with the baffles, and then we'll have plenty of room for modern safe brake things. So I'm wearing a mask. Hopefully you can hear me okay, because I don't know what I may have disturbed in there that could turn me to stone or something. So this will fit. It's just enough width in here to fit all this if I adjust this brake like pad arm vertical, and then I could basically cut and relieve and reset the arm this way to actually have some travel, because right now we have that part of the arm sticking out just too far, and if I have that basically this area of it adjusted to where it's just vertical, then I can trim this side down a little bit and that side down a bunch, and I will have just enough room between this side and this side to have all this mess of mechanism fit inside there. And then I can make my pedal thing work pretty good. But yeah, it's a really good night. I think I'm just going to stop here for the night and just check out more of that and then relax, because I got stuff in the morning like wheel bearings and other customer stuff to do. Also, I'm making progress on the little RC van. I just need to find one of those that's a little rougher. I know they got short ones somewhere around here, so I'll basically drill a hole through that and make a short little shock tower for the front, and then it's just electronics for that, and that'll go to a friend for Christmas. So I think we're at a good spot. I'm just gonna call it for the night, and maybe we'll get a video of this by itself. But yeah, really good like progress for the night. So I'm gonna chat with you guys later.
No. Show me the wheel, brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is a performance machine.
When you're driving down the road, that's what you want to be happening.
See, this right here. This is why I save most of my little bits of scrap and stuff. Random piece of the Crosley. Perfect for filling in the gap where it has the firewall back. About, what was it, like 2.5 inches years ago. So we'll finish welding all that up, clean up the boogery stuff because I was learning how to weld still on this thing, and then get the other side prepped. And then we will finish getting everything squared up for the brake pedal thing that's fitting in there. There we go. Gonna get that shuffled over there, out of the way, put everything behind me out of the way, and put the Crosley behind or ahead of my friend's Mustang to fix, because we're gonna fix the wiring on it. But the main topic is we've pretty much finished up the brake pedal figuring out. So basically, well, the 90-degree swept brake booster thing, as you've seen in the other pictures and stuff, like finished all that, bolt the cowl back on, and as you can see, it's kind of working out the way I hoped for. I can easily like pop the little tabs out of the way when I'm under the dash now of this, and then I just add brake fluid this way. And still kind of utilize this thing that I need to put anti-seize on, because that was truly a nightmare trying to get this to break loose. What was it, a year ago when I tried to get this thing apart to start prepping? So yeah, good progress. As you can see, we don't have the arm bolted back on yet, but it should fall right around here, and it's perfect. And then the other side, we can use this thing I've had, since I just picked up what was that, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? So that was something a friend gave, so we will get that set up, and then it'll be throttle linkage, mounting a few of the wires to the firewall. All the really cool stuff starts to happen in the middle of the car. And then I can start working on like the rear shocks and drive shaft, and then like plumbing the fuel lines and maybe driving it soon. Yes. So that's about it. I gotta get ready to do a bunch of stuff early in the morning, so I will see you guys next time. How heavy is a 4.6 to drag? Oh,